going on. All right, y'all. So I am live. Okay, I'm live. Good people, come on and join me over here on YouTube. It's the same name as my Instagram. I am well versed. Come over, let's talk. Let's have some conversation. Okay, we got a lot going on. Well, not a whole bunch of going on with the astrology, but you do know that I always pull some tarot cards for each of the 12 signs for this week. Hey, Erica, how you doing? Hold on a second. I'm trying to get this thing. Let me move this up. There we go. How you doing, sugar? How's it going? I'm still working on my lighting situation. I got my umbrella light right here. I was trying to keep it out of the frame, but it didn't work very well. What's going on? It's a great evening, darlings. A great evening. That's good, sugar. I cooked today. What else did I do? I cooked and working on some development stuff behind the scenes. And what else? I think that's it for right now. I got some. Oh, I went out on Friday night after a long time. Haven't been out in a while. Well, let me not say that. I've been out, but I don't go out regularly like I used to back in the day, you know. Girl, let me tell you, when you go out, even if you come home on time at a good time, you're still tired. The whole next day I gotta recuperate. Almost the whole next day. I can't even be bothered. What did you do this weekend? Gang, what's up, baby? What's going on, Taylor? How you doing? How was your weekend? Well, thank you, girl. You like my top? Look, let me see. You like my top, girl? It's cute. It's cute. Girl, I got this from the Express outlet for like $10 back in like the summertime. Okay, Free Spirit Erica says that I stayed home and rested for the most part. I visited my mother's gravesite for the first time ever today. Oh my goodness, how was that? Wow, condolences. You know, rest in the what they call it, rest in peace. Yeah, rest in peace. Oh wow, how was that? Do you ever get any, how can I call it? Any inclinations that she's nearby? Taylor says she didn't do nothing this weekend. The color looks good on me. Thank you, girl. This color look good on all this melanation, okay? You too, Taylor. Shit, I think you brown skin. Hey, Miss Rosin, how you doing, sugar? Okay, Free Spirit said he was emotional. Okay. Now, that, even though the physical body is gone, that doesn't mean that her spirit is gone. Miss Erica, that doesn't mean that. It just means that her physical body, she had to let that go because it wasn't good anymore. But her spirit still lives on. I mean, you could actually talk to her if you really wanted to. Or if you feel comfortable with doing it. Or if Taylor says, my deceased relatives always come to me in my dreams because they know how scary I am. Yes. I was just about to get to that. So my papa, he died when I was 11. Okay, he died when I was 11, and he actually died a few days before my birthday. And I remember as I got older, I was in college, and I ended up going through a really bad breakup. Okay, and actually, it was on more than one occasion. So I went through one bad breakup, and then I went through another bad breakup of a friendship. And so my papa, it was like I could feel him around because I felt like I was protected, even though I was kind of paranoid at the time. But I felt like I was protected. And I remember he came to me in a dream, and he was like, go to sleep. Rest. Everything is fine. You're fine. Nothing's going to happen to you. And shit, from that point forward, I would sleep. Like I wouldn't sleep in my bed. I wouldn't sleep, I wouldn't sleep alone. I wouldn't leave the house, nothing like that. I was just always in the house. Only time I would leave was to go to work or to, take my boy to school or something like that. But for the most part, I was always at the house. And even, I think I talked about this in the last live. I can't remember, but hey, Linda, how you doing? I had a best friend from high school, and her and I had gotten into a disagreement, and it wasn't like arguing or anything like that. It was just a mere disagreement. And make a long story short, fast forward, I was feeling very uneasy because of some things that transpired on social media. That's why I tell people, don't go to social media and tell people your problems or your issues, or don't tell other people about conversations that you have with people that are close to you and then put that shit on social media. Don't do any of that. None of that. So anyways, make a long story short, I was sleeping. Okay. Now I remember I used to take showers and I could feel my grandfather, I could feel my papa, and I would always say, look, don't let me open the shower curtain and you have your ass over there on the other side of this curtain. Don't do that to me, okay? Do not do that to me, okay? You know I'm scary. Don't do that, okay? You gotta work me into seeing you, in the 3D, right? You gotta let me work into seeing you in my conscious state. So anyways, so he came to me in my dream, and he took me back to the place where I met this girl. I met her when I was in high school, and I met her, we used to go to lunch sometimes together at school and all that kind of stuff, but she was a year older than me, so she was in a class above me, so we didn't really have lunch periods together, but we sneak around and all that kind of stuff, but it's high school. So anyways, he took me back to where our relationship started. Okay, he took me back to where our relationship started, which was at my high school. We go in the cafeteria, and he says, come look at this. I need you to come see this. I said, okay, cool. So I'm following him. This is in my dream, y'all. I'm following him in my dream. And we get to a table, and she's sitting down. She's talking to a group of her friends. And she talking about me bad like a goddamn dog. Do you hear me? She was talking about me like a dog. And I was like, he said, this is who you were calling your friend. She's not your friend. She's really talking really bad about you. Behind your back. Behind your back, she's talking about you. Because when you think about this, whenever somebody is talking about you, okay, and they are associated with somebody that knows you. So, for example, if my friend's friend is talking about me to whomever, or especially to my friend, in order for them to feel comfortable to talk about you, that means that those two people have been talking about you the whole time, right? It's just you came to the party kind of late and you didn't know. So, for example, if something happens, y'all get into an argument, something like that, then you'll see that, damn, you know, how did this person feel so comfortable with talking about me or talking shit or saying things that are out of turn if they didn't feel comfortable because they had prior conversations with this other person that I'm close to. That's like the buffer in between us, right? I had a similar situation happen with a relative of mine. You know, her friend thought it was okay to call me out my name, right? Well, how the fuck did she feel so comfortable with calling me out my name if my relative didn't check this motherfucker, or if they didn't already have a relationship of talking shit or running their mouths? You understand? Okay, so don't ever feel like it's just the other person. It's actually both of the motherfuckers, but the person that you're closest to, they have to check the motherfucker who is the outsider, or who is, you know what I'm saying? Like, if they're your cousin's friend or your friend's friend or whatever the fuck, you know, your friend who is the buffer in between y'all as to how y'all know each other, that person should check them if there's ever to be any type of chatter or conversation about you. Okay, just want to put that out there, just in case we had any people who was a little confused about that, or maybe going through that kind of situation right now. Okay, and that segues into what I'm about to talk about in the astrology for this week, because it has a lot to do with relationships, close relationships, whether it's romantic relationships, platonic relationships, you know, friendships and stuff like that, even business relationships. You'll start to see, because we're in Libra season, it's supposed to be more of a harmonious type of energy, because Libra is ruled by Venus, and Venus is more harmonious, it's more go with the flow, it's more, you know, it's about beauty, it's about, you know, harmonizing, right? Collaborating in a way that's equally beneficial for both parties, because remember, Libra is about balance. All right. So since we have Libra about balance and about judgment and about things, justice, right? That's what Libra is about. Libra is about the justice piece of it. So we just had the new moon in Libra on Saturday, okay, which was yesterday. We had the new moon in Libra, and the new moon in Libra is going to bring a lot of focus over the next couple of weeks over how you interact with other people, how you've been interacting with other people, how you show love to these people, how there's maybe there's a imbalance between you and the other person in terms of how y'all relate to each other in the relationship. Remember, relationships are a vast spectrum, right? So it can be romantic, it can be platonic, it can be business relationships. All those good things are part of relationship. All right. So anyways, there's going to be this big push to make sure that any relationship that you engage in on a normal basis, or any basis for that matter, is going to be one that's equally beneficial for you and for the other person. And it has to be something that is for your highest and greatest good, and also for the other party's highest and greatest good, right? So if you think about this, if you are in a job that you really don't love, if you are in a relationship that you have your doubts about, if you are in a friendship that is one-sided, you know, all these things are going to come up to the surface, especially since Saturn went direct last Wednesday, or the week before, I believe. Saturn went direct. So if that's the case, then we have to pay attention to, it's going to show you those karmic relationships, or show you that the truth, the real, the authentic. Okay, that's what this Saturn energy is bringing to this Venusian energy, because you have this Saturn energy that's lingering around, and then you have a couple with this Venusian energy, and so there's this big push to make sure that there's balance within your relationships, but there's also order and organization. There's also, you know, we're actually making an effort, putting in the time and energy to make things work between us. So that's including jobs, like I said, relatives, family relationships, any relationship you name it, whether it is dealing with you and somebody else or some other people. Okay, so if you're at jobs that you don't want to be at, especially with what's happening this week, you're gonna see some changes within those areas. So let's start off with the 29th, which is tomorrow. We have Sun quincunx Uranus. So we know the sun brings things to the surface. It shows things. It shines light on it. Okay, it's up in the front. It's at the forefront. It's the center stage. You know, all eyes on me. That's what the sun energy is. And then you have Uranus, who is this expansive planet that, you know, has a lot of unexpected events, right? And it shakes you up to be a little bit rebellious, So when I think of Uranian energy, one, Uranus rules Aquarius, but in terms of tarot, I think of the Uranian energy as like the Five of Wands, in my opinion, because the Five of Wands is like this upheaval, this uprising to do something different, okay, than what you've been doing. And so since the sun is going to be quincunx Uranus, there may be a lot of energy surrounding a change that needs to happen. It's like you're gonna feel it in your gut as to what needs to happen, or something feels like it's going to happen, right? You're gonna feel something in your gut, your intuition, which is Uranus, right? Your intuition is, because Uranus is higher mind. So you feel something that feels like, you know what? Something's about to change. I got butterflies in my stomach. I'm not sure what it is, but something is happening. Something is changing or is about to change. And so that's that energy with Uranus and the sun. So, you know, being anxious, being nervous, being a little tense, right? Because you can feel something on the horizon. You just can't put your finger on what it is, right? And remember, Uranus is unexpected events. So, you know, there may be a big blow up at the job, or there may be a blow up between you, and a friend or a relative or a partner. There may be those types of things that happen, or some big disagreements. But remember, there's also another transit this week that says, hey, you know what? Any movement or actions that you take based on the tense energy that's happening, anything that you do is going to have a long-term effect, and it may not be reversible. Okay, so you got to be careful with that. Now, you may be pushed to make these changes, but make sure these changes are logical, right? That they balance the scales, since we're in Libra season. So if you say, well, you know what, I want to raise at work, or I want a better job or something like that, instead of quitting your job just off the rip, instead of doing that, maybe you say, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and start putting applications in. I want to update my resume. I'm going to do this, that, and the third before I jump ship, right? So there's that balance right there. So you have, you know, the balance with you continue to stabilize your current income, and then you have the other energy, which is the other side of the scale, where you're putting out applications, you're updating your resume, you're connecting with people on LinkedIn, you're using Indeed and all these other places where you can find jobs, right? So that's a way to better utilize the energy there. So once again, you know, remaining flexible during this time. And you may even feel pressure from your job, you know, from your boss at your job if you work at a job. Or you could be feeling pressure from your parents if you still live at home with your parents, or if they may have a lot of authority over the decisions that you make on a day-to-day basis. Maybe maybe you're in school and they take care of your school expenses, and they, you know, maybe you have a separate bank account where they put money into, right? So there's going to be this big push for them to say, hey, you know what? I know you're in school, or I know you have X, Y, and Z going on, but you know, you're spending too much money on this, or you're going out to eat too much. Something needs to change, right? And so like I said, this is the time to be flexible, to be adaptable, but also make those small incremental changes. We talked about this during Virgo season. Okay, so Virgo season, we sat back, you know, and reflected on what's happened over the last couple months. We reflected on the things that worked, that didn't work, and you know, we took inventory of those things, and then we wrote down in our notebooks, whether it's in your notebook or in your mental notebook. I prefer, like I tell you all the time, put this shit on paper, like I do. Put it on paper. But you know, put those things, after you take inventory, put it on paper. Go ahead and see what worked, what didn't work, what you think may work going forward. But now it's the time to start implementing those small incremental changes, because there's a new energy that's surrounding us. We want to utilize the energy as best possible, especially since we have so many planets in the sign of Libra right now. And Libra is creating that balance, or even restoring that balance. So that's the Six of Pentacles energy in the tarot, where there's some balance being restored. But then you also have this, you know, this reciprocity, right? So you have the man giving these people money, but he feels good because he's giving them money. And then you have somebody receiving the money, right? Right. So there's that reciprocity right there. You know, they're grateful for what they're getting, and they appreciate the help and the assistance. Okay. Okay, so let's see. On the 1st of October, we have Venus square Pluto. This is an interesting aspect for this week, because you have the planet of transformation and death in a challenging aspect to the planet of love and relationships and beauty and luxury and even finances, right? So that's what I talked about with that energy. So now you have a double energy where you can feel the pressure from your boss at work, or feel the pressure from somebody, some type of authority figure. Okay, you're feeling the pressure from them to make a change on something. And so that's the same thing that's happening with this Venus square Pluto. It's a challenging aspect to how you're moving about, how you're doing things, and if they are actually making the changes that need to be made, or them actually making a difference, right? So when we think about Pluto, we also think about Scorpio. Okay, so this is the best way that I could, bring this to you, where you can make it make sense to you in layman's terms, right? So we have Venus, who rules Libra and Taurus, and then we have Pluto, who rules Scorpio. And if you know Scorpios, depending on how, and this is just a stereotype, typically Scorpios can be very intense people. They can also be very, the low vibrational ones can be very manipulative. They can also be very possessive, okay? Very possessive and very manipulative. Like, they want what they want when they want it. It's fixed energy, okay? It's very fixed energy. So when you think about it, these are transformations through your love relationships or your close partnerships and relationships. So there's a transformation. So you have this Pluto telling you, hey, you know what? There's some transformations, some changes that need to be made to your close relationships and bonds, okay? Whatever that is, if something is not working, we got to fix it or scrap it all together, okay? So if you are in, like I said, if you're in any type of relationship or partnership or pairing with anybody or anything else, right, or like a group of people, this is the time where you're going to start to see, and remember, Saturn is in this energy too. So it's bringing out what no longer works, what no longer serves you or the other person, or even what's happening, what has transpired and what you need to work on going forward, okay? And how you need to change it up. And some of y'all might have to change it up quick, fast, and in a hurry, okay? Let's see. And a lot of this Plutonian energy is stemming from a place of fear and insecurity, because when you think about it, when you try to control somebody else, or you try to control the situation, or you try to put your hands on it and you want to control where things move, how they move, when they move, it's from a space of fear and insecurity, right? Because if you trust and believe and you know that things are going to work out anyways, there's no need for you to try to control the outcome. But as humans, we want to control things, we want to control people, we want to control situations and circumstances, because we want them to work in our favor, the way we want them to work, when we want them to work, okay? But as you continue to move through your journey, whether this is a spiritual journey for you, or this is just a journey where you're learning to love yourself more, or to, get your finances together, get your career together, get your love and relationships together, whatever it is, whatever path you're on, you have to make sure that you aren't too busy and too focused on the end result, or what that's going to look like, when it's going to come, and all that kind of stuff, right? Because even like in the metaphysical world, we like to use candle magic, we like to do spells, we like to do all these things. But like I said, and I talked about this in a previous video, last year I did a 7-day candle spell for a job that I really wanted, or which I thought I wanted, right? Well, the candle magic worked like this because my intentions and my emotions, how I felt about it, was so strong that the universe had to send it quickly, okay? All right, had to send it quickly. And so I got it, right? I got what I wanted, but then just as quick as I got it, I lost it. Because one, it wasn't for me. And number two, it was just something that I wanted to do to get out of a situation that I was in at the time. And we all know that sometimes there are certain situations that you kind of have to grow through and go through so that you can be a better person. You come out on the other side as a better person, okay? All right. Now, some of y'all may see that y'all may start meeting new people during this time as well. And be careful with that, because remember, this is a square energy, a challenging aspect. And you have Pluto, who is death, who is transformation. It's also violence too, right? That underworld type of shit. So new love during this time is like, don't put too much stock into it, okay? Meeting somebody new and stuff like that, I would veer away from it, just because it can end in violent or abusive behavior or circumstances that you don't want, okay? This is not the time. Whenever Venus has any type of square or challenging type of aspect, the last thing you want to do is get your ass into something that you're going to regret later. I'm just telling you that now. This is like when Venus is invisible, or is not as tough as when Venus is invisible, or when Venus is retrograde. You know, those are the times when you want to stay away from relationships, new relationships anyways. What's going on, Third World Columbia? What's going on, baby boy? How you doing? How was your weekend? Okay, so let's move on to October 2nd. And I believe this is the last, this is the last aspect for this week. But on October 2nd, Pluto goes direct. Okay, so we just got through talking about Pluto, and Pluto naturally ruling over Scorpio. Okay, that fixed energy, but Pluto is actually transiting Capricorn right now. So we got Saturn and Pluto in Capricorn. So we got Pluto, who is transformation, death, rebirth. And we have Saturn, who is father time, karma, organization, hard work. You got these two in the sign of Capricorn, which is very interesting, right? So Pluto goes direct, and Pluto is like a death and rebirth, but it's also like that dark night of the soul, but long-term dark night of the soul. So if you look at any place in your life, any area of your life that you have been experiencing a lot of lack, and you've had to do a lot of rethinking and reworking and re-strategizing, okay, this area more than likely is the same area where Saturn and Pluto are, okay, because they're both in the same sign. They're both transit in the same sign. So you've probably seen some very deep transformative energy with this particular area of life. So for example, I'll use myself. I have Capricorn in my 9th house, okay? Capricorn in my 9th house. So there's Pluto and Saturn there. So a lot of deep internal transformation. The 9th house is naturally ruled by Jupiter, which is Sagittarian energy, okay? This is about spirituality. It's about you know, culture, international travel. It's about like understanding why things happen. You know, what's the purpose behind them? You know, what's my purpose? What's my higher purpose? How can I serve other people? How can I help other people? You know, people who may be disenfranchised and things like that, right? That's one of the main purposes why I'm doing the tarot on YouTube, right? I'm doing the live videos, but I'm also doing the monthly tarot readings because it's a way for me to contribute back to humanity, which is that 9th house energy, okay? Which is also where Pluto and Saturn are for me. So it's that 9th house energy. So I'm helping to contribute to humanity as a whole, but I'm also breaking it down in a way that is understandable and relatable so that people can actually use what I say or what I teach in a practical way and apply it to their daily lives, right? Okay. So when we think about this Pluto going direct, it's like this, it's like the metamorphosis with the caterpillar, you know, going into transforming into a butterfly, right? And it's even, in my opinion, it's even like that phoenix rising. And if y'all don't know what any of this stuff is, make sure y'all go and Google it, okay? Google it after the fact. But this is what it is, right? So pay attention to where you've had some very deep transformative energy, okay? But then also make sure that you are trusting in yourself and what nature, Gaia, Mother Gaia, what is happening and transpiring in life, because it's going to be for your greater good anyways. All right. So with that being said, let me find my matches. Let me take some water. What's up, y'all? Good in there in the chat? Y'all good? Go ahead and get into the tarot. And good thing is we're only 30 minutes in, y'all. So this shouldn't take that long. But I want to relight my sage though. I'm going to relight my sage. With the what? Big thing. What watch? This one? Boy, I've had this watch for years. I've had this watch for years. Of course, it would be a Taurus who will point that out. But no, I've been at this. Oh, okay. All right. So per usual, I'm going to go through the signs in order. And I think I'm going to pull a tarot card, and I'm also going to pull an oracle card from the Work Your Life Tarot deck. So let's go ahead and get started here. Let me unplug this. Okay, I know that. Thank you. I want this light to get better though. It's just like doing something funny. Okay, whatever. All right. Spirit messages do you have for the collective for this week? What guidance can we provide to the people so that they can flow through the energies for this week? How can they best utilize their innate abilities, characteristics, and traits to bring down their manifestations into this 3D dimension? I thank you in advance for your clear and concise messages, and know that you're always welcome here to provide for what we need for our highest and greatest good. All right, y'all. Girl, what you been up to, man? Now you better make sure you stick around, because you know your sign is second. Okay, first sign is Aries, and then I go straight into Taurus. Spirit messages do you have for the sign of Aries? Okay. We got 2 cards. We're going to keep them. All right. We got the Knight of Wands. And we have the 7 of Pentacles. Okay. And then at the bottom of the deck, we have the 8 of Cups. So let's talk about this really quickly. While I shuffle the cards for the oracle. So with the Knight of Wands and the 7 of Pentacles. So the 7 of Pentacles, we all know that is, you know, reflection about what you've been building, what you've been giving your time and energy to. And once again, that's that energy with this this Uranian energy that's happening this week, as well as the Pluto energy that we're having. So you know, it's about transforming what you've been doing, especially because this 8 of Cups is down here at the bottom of the deck. It's transpiring and transforming what you've been doing into something that's going to be more beneficial, something that you could, you know, move swiftly in. Or this could be you having to reflect on what you've been building and then make a quick decision, right? Because remember, Uranus is about unexpected change, unexpected events, and you have to be flexible. So sometimes you just got to move on it, okay? And so Aries, that's what I'm seeing for you, is that this week is going to be a big push for you to look at the things that no longer serve you, because it looks like you're already walking away from those things that no longer serve you, but it took you some time to really, you know, gather information and look at and see what was happening, because maybe it was some things that, you know, you at one point in time you were probably satisfied with, and now you aren't. Okay, it just is what it is. And so now Spirit is saying, okay, well, you've looked at it long enough. Now it's time to make a decision. Stop pussyfooting around and actually get into motion and make change. Simple as that. Let's see if we can get an oracle card for you real quick. See, GK, where you at, boy? This is your portion. Okay, so I got 2 cards that popped out. Let's just see what they say. So the first card is Pleiades or Pleiades. Okay, double mission, channeling and uplifting humanity. Okay. Yeah, I can see that. Okay, and the second card is Pillar of Light. Your vibration is rising. You are the oracle. Okay. Hopefully this lighting situation stays where it needs to be. Okay. So with that being said, Aries, maybe it is time for you to start focusing not just on yourself, because if you notice, you know, everybody in these cards are alone. They're single. Not saying that you're single or anything like that, but maybe there should be a focus on other people. Remember, that's that balance that needs to be restored. Maybe it's time for you to start looking at other ways in which you can help develop other people, how you can help other people grow, right? How you can help other people grow and develop other people. Maybe there may be a strong push this week, or maybe there may be something that may come very unexpectedly for you this week, and somebody may need some help, right? Somebody may need some help, and you have to make a quick decision if you're going to help them or not, or how you're going to help them. All right. And then even with the pillar of light, your vibration is rising. You are the oracle. You know, this is you taking time to reflect, right? This is your reflection period. You've already gone through the reflection period, and you may have been doubting yourself or doubting what was going on and what needed to take place. But now Spirit is saying, okay, you've had enough time to think. Let's make a decision. Okay. All right. That's Aries. Third ward say, I'm going to stay around, but overall I'm good. Life is good, and I'm experimenting with old passions. Yeah, man. Good. You know, make sure you're taking time to, like I said, develop yourself, develop your passions and your craft. You know, we've moved out of Virgo season, so we have to take a step back and reflect on what we've been doing, how we've been going about things, and how we can move forward and make these things better, or make our own lives better, or the people around us make their lives better. And that's exactly what Libra season is about. It's about camaraderie. It's about coming together, collaborating, partnering up with other people, you know, putting yourself in somebody else in a position to make some money, Taurus. Okay? All right. Taurus. Spirit messages do you have for the sign of Taurus? All right, Taurus. You got 3 cards. You wasn't playing, huh? All right. First card out is the Ten of Pentacles. Okay. Then we have the Knight of Swords. Come on. Come back, light. That's why I like putting the cards up, because the light always messes up. And then we have the Ace of Swords. So we got 3 swords cards here. Okay, that's air energy, but there's also mental energy. And then at the bottom of the deck, we have the Page of Wands. So let's talk about this. So with the Ten of Pentacles, maybe there's, you know, 10 breaks down to 1. Okay, so, and remember, 1 is representative of a new start or a new beginning. And this is maybe a new start, a new beginning in terms of your finances. And like their ward just said, he's a Taurus. So, you know, maybe you are, once again, like he said, taking a look at or experimenting with old passions. Because this 10 of Pentacles, this is about taking a really good look at what you're building in terms of your legacy, right? Something that you want to last for a lifetime or have some long-term stability with, right? Something that you can share with your loved ones. And then with the Ace of Swords, you know, there's a victory that has to be had, or that is going to be had with what you're building or what you're working on. But it's going to take you to take your mental state to the next level, right? That's it. With this Knight of Swords, that's that movement that I was talking about with this Uranian energy, like moving forward, you know, moving forward quickly, right? Getting your mind together quick, right? Because you've had some time to think about it, especially with this Page of Wands at the bottom of the deck. You've had time to think about it together, to take a look at it, say, wow, okay, I see what it is that I want to do moving forward. I see the options available to me. Now the point is, now, how do I move forward with these things, right? You know, and you should probably be asking Spirit or your whoever you pay reverence to, you know, yourself, whoever, all right? You know, maybe put in your petition or in your prayer or your meditation, you know what? I want to know how to move forward, right? Or give me clear signs or clear information. And that's why these 2 Swords cards are here, because this talks about mental clarity. This also talks about a mental victory, right? So there's a victory over what it is that you've been pondering on how to make lasting, long-term money-making opportunities for yourself and for your loved ones, because you're thinking about your kids, your grandkids, your kids, you know, generations to come. And so Spirit is saying, you know, make sure you temper yourself during this time, and make sure that you are putting yourself in a position where you're balancing your logic and reasoning with your emotional stability, your mental capacity, right? That mind power. And if you look at the top of the Temperance card, her crown is illuminated. And remember, I talked about the Uranian energy. That's that higher mind, taking your mind to the next level. And with this Knight of Swords here and the Ace of Swords, that's elevating your mental capacity. It is elevating your mind. making sure that you're reaching new levels and of enlightenment when it comes to what you need to be working on or how you need to move forward on these things that have something to do with your legacy, that have something to do with what you're leaving behind for the people that you may not even meet. Okay, let me go ahead and get your oracle card here. Spirit, what other messages do you have for the sign of Taurus? Okay, we got one card. All right, we got one card. This card is so fitting. It says Starseed. Put it up here. Starseed. It said, what lights you up? Okay. He says, third ward says, yep, all facts speak when it comes to me, especially as of lately. Hey, I'm just bring the information. I'm used as the vessel of information. That's it. You know, you take what you will and what you can and keep it moving. This is just further confirmation. This is spirit leading you to further confirmation as to what's to come, what you should be working on, and how to move forward. You know, we always ask for signs, but then when we get the signs or we get confirmation or we receive information, a messenger, right? Or even animals, nature, or even just paying attention to the signs and synchronicities. Maybe it's a YouTube video, an ad, or a commercial, or a sign that you see, a stop sign, whatever it is. You know, you may see something on one of those billboards, right? You may see something on one of those billboards. Pay attention to what's happening around you, because you can't ask for these signs and then not pay attention to them. Okay. Okay. It says Starseed, what lights you up? So like what I was talking about, what's lighting you up is creating this long-term financial stability. That's what's lighting you up. That's what you have a passion for. And so you got to keep moving with that energy, right? You got to keep moving with that energy. So once you make it up in your mind, and I feel like this week you're going to make it up in your mind pretty swiftly, because the Knight of Swords moves quick, right? He moves quick. So I feel like, you know, this week you're going to make up your mind real swiftly and real quickly about what it is that you have to do and what you have to work on. Especially at the bottom of the deck, we have Priestess. It says, how are you being called to step up and lead? So take lead within your own life. You know, take the lead with this Ten of Pentacles energy, because this older man that's over here in the card, that's you. That's you. These are your children over here. And then the grandkids and the dogs are down here, over here. Okay. All right, Taurus. Good job. Gemini. Spirit, what messages do we have for the sign of Gemini for this week? What guidance can I provide to Gemini? Oh, okay. All right, Jim. Let's see, Jim. So Knight of Swords wanted to jump out. Okay, that's your air energy. Yeah, that's your air energy, Gemini. The Knight of Swords wanted to pop back out. Then we got the Four of Pentacles in reverse. Then we have the Eight of Cups. Okay. And we also have the Star card, which is more air energy, which is your fellow air sign Aquarius. So some of y'all may be dealing with an Aquarius this week, or some of y'all may just have a lot of heavy air energy that's transpiring this week. All right. Let's talk about this real quick. All right. So that's that fast mental movement. But it's like the light is being shined on you. Excuse me. And on what you need to do. Especially because now you're coming out of a space where you have to hold on tightly to your resources. Penny pinching, robbing Peter to pay Paul, right? You've moved away from that. You have. You moved away from that because that put you in a mental space that was very depressive, that was non-energetic. And now you're receiving a revival of life and energy. And it's fast moving because the Knight of Swords is here. It's fast moving, but remember, it's about your mind. It's about what's happening in your mental, right? And once you make sure that your mental is together and it's straight, then everything else falls into place. Remember, your mind, your subconscious mind, how you feel, you know, the feelings that you get about certain situations that are happening or transpiring in life, those are the things that manifest, okay? Your subconscious mind, okay? And your feelings bring in your manifestations. That's just what it is. It just happens that way. And so when you get in your mind and you make it up in your mind swiftly and quickly with this Uranus energy on something that needs to change, and then that Pluto energy, something that needs to be transformed. And for you, it seems like there's something in your mental that needs to be transformed, or there's something that you have to move away from, and be okay with moving away from it because it's for your highest and greatest good anyways. Okay. It's like a clear sign, right? The star is here to give you a clear sign to really illuminate what it is that you're walking away from, what no longer serves you, what has put you in a position where you've had to feel like you've had to hold on real tightly to everything. But remember, when you're holding on tight to everything and you're acting like, or you're feeling like you don't have enough, or there's a sense of lack, you're obstructing your crown chakra, you're obstructing your heart chakra, and you're obstructing down here at the bottom of your feet, your stabilization. You know, this could be even towards like the root chakra, even though it's at your feet. You know, you're blocking all of those chakras. So you're blocking the energy and the balance to be within those energies. So remember, Libra season is about balance. Simple as that. Libra season is about balance. So let's pull you a card from the Oracle deck to see if we can get further information. Spirit messages do you have for the sign of Gemini? What other messages do you have for the gems? Okay, there's a card that popped out. Thank you, Spirit. All right. It says dance with life. Do something to change your energy. Do something to change your energy. Dance with life. I just said that. I just said that. I literally just said that. And so, you know, remember what I was talking about? That's why I say it's something mental that's happening. And your mental affects your energy, period. Okay? Make sure you're watching. When you wake up, watch something that's motivational. Before you go to bed, watch something that's motivational. Do that. And I promise you, you'll feel much better. Taylor says she back. Well, squad. No, squad is not done yet. I'm just on Gemini right now. I'm just on Gemini. All right. All right. So Gemini, remember, you have some powerful mental energy this week. Make sure you're using it to your benefit, not to your detriment. Okay. All right. Matter of fact, let me light my sage again. Hold on, y'all. Give me just a moment. Where's my Gemini? I think it's Free Spirit Erica. Ain't she a Gemini? Where's she at? Where's she at? Okay. Scotty, are you there? It's Cancer. I'm up on Cancer, Scotty. Spirit messages do you have for the sign of Cancer for this week? What guidance can we provide to the Cancer? All right. What other guidance do we have for the Cancer this week? Do you have anything else for the Cancer? Well, there are a few cards that popped out, but we're going to put those back in the deck. Spirit, what other messages do you have? Oh, you're a Libra. My bad. My bad. It's your season, sis. Oh, you a Libra. You was damn near a Scorpio, girl. You were damn near a Scorpio. That October 21st, you got a lot of Scorpio energy. And I'm sure. Do you wear a lot of black? Grays, muted colors? Okay. Cancer. All right. Looks like we only going to get 2 cards for Cancer. That's interesting. Very interesting. All right. So, Cancer, you got the Temperance card. Put it over here. Okay. And you got the Star card. All right. Whoo. Okay. So we got the Temperance card and we have the Star card. The Star card represents Aquarius. The Temperance card represents Sagittarius. Some of y'all may have some heavy Sagittarian energy or Aquarian energy, or some of y'all may be dealing with a Sagittarius or an Aquarius. Scotty, you dealing with the Sag right here, baby. All right. Hold on. Free Spirit Erica says, yes, black clothes, nail polish, lipstick, eyeshadow. Yep. I told you, you got a lot of Scorpio energy. You're more Scorpio than you are Libra. Okay. With this, okay, remember the air energy is about mental. Okay. The Temperance card here is also about mental, but it's about a balance between your logic and a balance between your emotion, right? Because one of her feet, one of her foots is in the water, and the other one is on dry land. And you see her holding those two cups. Okay, she's holding those two cups and she's pouring into each cup. Then you see her crown is illuminated, and then you see back there in the back, there's another crown right there. There's another crown that's illuminated. And so what that tells me is that there's going to be an elevation or an enlightenment of the mind this week for you, Cancer. There's going to be an elevation or an enlightenment of the mind for you. So pay attention to that, you know, and it's going to be something in relation to how you've been building and growing your money and wealth. Okay. It has a lot to do with what you've been building and growing, how you've been doing it. And so taking an assessment, especially with this star card and with the Temperance, taking an assessment to see how you can grow it bigger, how you can make it better, you know, how you can expand on it, especially because we have the High Priestess here underneath the bottom of the deck as well. And the High Priestess says there's been some growth, you know, some spiritual growth. And so I feel like this is a lot of internal growth and transformations that are happening for you, Cancer, when it comes to, you know, what you've been building, what you've been putting work, time, and energy into. But also, you know, making sure that you are keeping things in balance, because the High Priestess is here, you know, keeping things in balance to where you're continuing to, you know, have things revealed to you, to where the spotlight, you're the center of attention to a certain extent, right? But it's after peeling back the layers, getting rid of the gunk, the dirt, the dust, right? You know, getting rid of the things that no longer serve you, you know, stubbornness, you know, complaining, bitching, moaning, and groaning. We know how Cancers can be, okay? No shade, okay, no shade, but I'm just saying, okay? But it's a combination of all those things, right? So you want to make sure that this week that you are really grooming and feeding your mental, feeding your brain, feeding your mind, things that are good for your soul, things that are good for your spirit, man, things that are good for your money, honey, okay? That's what you want to be focusing on this week. Because remember, with that Uranus energy and with that Pluto energy, there's going to be a transformation that's happening within yourself, especially when it comes to, you know, your spiritual enlightenment. You may even get downloads this week about, you know, money. Okay. You may be getting downloads about money. You may be getting downloads about how to, you know, create balance within your material world, right? You may be getting those type of things that'll be happening this week, but there's a big focus and a big push to make sure that you're remaining flexible. Okay. You're remaining flexible, you're keeping an open mind, and you're adapting to the change that's happening. You know, don't try to resist it. Don't try to restrict yourself from it, but allow it. Be in this air and this energy of allowance, because that's really going to help you this week, especially taking you to the next level. And we know that once you continue to climb the spiritual ladder, you continue to get the blessings, right? The money keeps to come down. If that's what you want, that's what you're going to get. But it's also a means to you making sure that you're paying attention to how you're growing your spirit, man, how you're growing your spiritual enlightenment, the things, people, places, and situations, especially because the Temperance card is here. There may be a Sagittarius that can help you to grow in spiritually or enlighten, right? I'm a Sagittarius, just FYI. All right, so let me pull an oracle card for you, Cancer. These been pretty good. Spirit, what other messages do we have for our Cancer babies? What other messages do we have for Cancer this week? Okay. Ooh, okay. All right. So you have Akasha. Your guidance is divinely guided. Okay. Put that over here. I know y'all can barely see it because of the lighting situation, but we working on it. Okay. It says, Akasha, your guidance is divinely guided. So, you know, on this spiritual walk, on this journey, on things being illuminated and being shown to you, you being the center of attention, you may find a lot of people reaching out to you this week. Okay. A lot of people may be reaching out to you about some money, honey. So make sure you got your phone situation in order. You got your email in check. You're checking what needs to be checked, because the money is coming, it's running to you. Okay. And then even, you know, I would Google Akashic records, how you get in tune with your Akashic records, even to see If maybe you can get an Akashic reading from someone. I don't do them because I don't know a whole lot about the Akashic records. I do know that there are a lot of people that you can find on YouTube even that do readings on Akashic records. So you may want to look into that this week as well. All right, Cancer. All right. How y'all doing in the chat? Y'all good? How y'all doing? Leo. Spirit, what messages do you have for Leo for this week? What guidance can we provide to the Leo? I keep seeing this 4 wands, 1111, balance, angel numbers. Spirit, what other messages do you have for Leo for this week? What other messages do we have for Leo? Y'all don't forget to like this video if you haven't already. Share it with somebody that may need it, okay? Okay, we're just going to go ahead and take these cards. Let's see what we got. I see there's a lot of reflection that's happening for a lot of people this week. And it's really because that Uranus energy is making you rethink and, you know, relook at things that you've been doing. We got the Page of Swords. We also have the Empress. We have the Justice card. All right, Taylor say good. Okay, thank you so much. Yeah, I appreciate y'all taking the time to watch and to listen to me talk, okay? I know it's a little lengthy, but, you know, there's a lot of information I want to get out, and I want to help the people. I really do. All right, and then we have the Death card. All right. So let's talk about this, Leo. So we have the Death card and the Justice card. Then we have the Empress and the Page of Swords. There is definitely something that's working out in your favor, some balance. Maybe you've been going to court for something. Maybe you've been going after a new job. Maybe you've been going after a new partnership or something like that. But, you know, we got these scales right here, baby. There's scales in this card on this side right there. Those are scales, okay? We got some scales. And then there's a Death card. So there's an ending or completion to something that you've been fighting for a while, something that you've been wanting. And now you're going to be reaping some of the harvest from it, right? You're going to be reaping the harvest, and you're going to be put in a position where you can flow better, where you can make more money, okay? And then if you look, there's the Venusian symbol right there. So that's that Venus energy, right? We got the Venus. I think it's Venus square Pluto this week. But then we also have this Venusian energy because it rules Libra. And then you have the Justice card. So this is definitely, without a doubt, something that's panning out in your favor. I don't know what it is that you've been working on, what you've been going through, who you've been going through it with, but it's working out in your favor this week. I can tell you that. Especially because at the bottom of the deck, we have the 9 of Pentacles, and then we have the 10. Okay, so we got the 9 to the 10. So there's definitely a push on a new cycle to begin. And it's like a graduation, right? It's like a graduation. Some of y'all may be graduating this week or something like that, or just previously graduated, because I did see some people graduating over the weekend. And then there's this Page of Swords. You know, now you have the opportunity to, you know, really be optimistic about what's to come and what's to happen, you know, especially since, you know, there's been a victory or a completion of a sort, you know, with it, especially with the Death card here. There's something that's been completed. And so now you're able to look at, you know, take a look around, you know, and really assess the situation, see what's going on. Okay, well, shit, you know, now I know how to move forward or where to go. You know, the possibilities are endless. The possibilities are endless, and it's time, right? It's time now. This is something that you've had to do alone. Okay, with the 9 of Pentacles. This is something that you had to do alone. But it required you to do it alone. It did. And then I'm looking and I see the 7 of Swords at the underneath the bottom of the deck as well. And so the 7 of Swords tells me that there's something that you feel like you lost or that was stolen from you. Now it's the balance, the justice is coming in, boo. Okay. So if you had a job and you got laid off from the job and they wouldn't pay your ass unemployment, and now you've been in court with them fighting their ass, payback is a bitch. Karma's a bitch. Especially since Saturn went direct. Okay. They really getting it times 10, 100-fold. Okay. So don't even worry about it. Come back at the end of the week and tell me how it goes. Okay. All right. Let's pull your oracle card. Spirit, what other messages do we have for the sign of Leo? What other guidance? All right. This is interesting. Okay. It says no, wait, postpone, pause, say no. Okay. That's what this card says. And if you look, it looks like it's a lot of thunder and lightning that's coming down. So that's what this death is about. Okay. This death is about. This death is about, and they may be trying to get you to retract or rescind your paperwork, or whatever it is, if it's legal, maybe they want you to rescind or renege on your case. No, don't do it. No, because there's a shitstorm that's taking place for their ass. Okay, there's a shitstorm that's taking place, especially with the death card and the justice card. Okay, there's a shitstorm. Saturn moving direct, now that they're feeling their karma and they know they're about to get their ass towed up, they want you to take it easy on them. Don't do that. They didn't take it easy on you, did they? Your only concern is making sure that you get what you're supposed to be getting, period. And this may be something, since we got the 10 of Pentacles here, this may be something that you're going to eat on for a while. I'm just saying. Y'all let me know how that go. I'm curious to see. Okay, I'm curious to see. Y'all, if y'all would like to book a personal reading, don't forget the information is always in the description box. If y'all want to book a personal reading, hook up with your girl, okay? Hook up with your girl. Okay, we got some things going. Virgo. Spirit, what messages do you have for the sign of Virgo for this week? All right. See if we can get one more card for Virgo. Oh, okay. Is that it for Virgo? Yeah, that's it. Okay. So the first card that came out, and it actually, I feel like it came out in reverse. It's the Two of Wands in reverse. Okay. That way. There we go. Also the Seven of Swords. And then lastly, we got the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, interesting energy to say the least. I believe that there was something or someone that was fake, phony, and fraud, right? With that Seven of Swords energy. They took away your optimism, right? Your optimism in believing and knowing that something good or better is out there. Maybe you could, and once again, this is that energy that I talked to you guys about with this Venus square Pluto. This is definitely that energy. And this could even be the same energy as this, even that Pluto going direct energy too. Okay, there's a transformation that needs to be had because somebody is bringing in an offer to you, right? Somebody is bringing an offer to you, and you may have spent a lot of time thinking about what this other person did wrong, how they did wrong. They stole your time, stole your money, stole your energy, stole your love, right? Stole your heart, broke your heart, and all that kind of shit. And so it left you feeling like, there was nowhere else to go, right? You were stuck and stagnant. Okay. And that may be another reason why this Knight of Pentacles is moving so slow to come into your life. So this could be something concerning money, but I really feel like it could be something dealing with some type of relationship, Virgo. And I feel like you've had some time to reflect. You've had some time to think about what's happened. And it could be that this person's in Saturn went direct. This person may be coming back into your life, or maybe trying to come back into your life. So you want to be cognizant of that. You want to make sure that you are not giving people chances who don't deserve chances with you. I don't give a fuck if they try to slow move their way in, trying to, woo you and all that kind of stuff. If they put you in a position where you feel like they were stealing from you, okay, whether there was time, energy, money, love, whatever, kindness, whatever. If you felt like that is what they were doing, they were not serving you, you weren't serving them, there was no reciprocity within a relationship, then why in the hell would you go back to them anyways? Especially if they made you feel like there was nothing left, you were stuck, there was nowhere for you to go. Okay, they made you feel like, oh well shit, you know, you ain't gonna find nobody better than me anyways. Or this could even be a job where they feel like, well shit, you ain't gonna find nothing better than this. This is it, this is good, this is the lick. Okay, this is the lick. The fuck? Hell no. You always have better. There are always choices. You know, you just got to make it up in your mind, because with the Seven of Swords, that's mental energy. You know, and if your mental is not right and it's not together, then how the hell you going to be optimistic, like with this Wands energy, this fire energy? How you going to be optimistic or, you know, feeling very passionate about what's to come and what you're doing, what you have going on, if your mental is fucked up? Remember I told y'all earlier, your mental, your subconscious mind, the way that you feel about certain things, people, places, and situations is how you're going to manifest. Simple as that. Then pull your oracle card. And Virgo, I know a lot of times this is of y'all doing. Y'all stay in relationships and stay in situations with other people because you want to please their asses. You know, y'all stay in that shit, you know, past this expiration date. Sometimes I gotta let these people, places, and situations go. Why are you continuously trying to please or to prove your worth to other people who really don't deserve you in the first goddamn place? You know, have more love and respect for yourself to say, no, I'm done with this. This don't serve me. I'm good. Transformation. Things are changing at a cellular level. Deep healing. That's what this energy is about here. There's some deep healing that's taking place. Some transformation with this Pluto energy this week. You know, and this has a lot to do with your own self-worth and value. Okay, with the Knight of Pentacles, that's worth and value. There's a pentacle right there. Okay, Pentacles talks about value, talks about worth. That's what this is about. You know, value yourself, love yourself, give yourself more worth. You know, people will treat you how you treat yourself. So if you treat yourself like shit, they're going to treat you like shit. It's just simple as that. Love on yourself some. Give yourself the opportunity to build up your self-esteem and your confidence. Okay, because I know a lot of Virgos that are very insecure because they're always trying to please everybody. I was trying to figure out what somebody else is like, what they like, what they don't like. And that's fine, cool and dandy. But don't have that set precedent over your thoughts, your feelings, your emotions, how you feel about yourself. Don't let that be the case. All right. Hold on, let me get my charger. Hold on a second, y'all. Oi. My house. Okay. Let's not do that. Let's not make people seem like they are more important than we are. Their feelings, thoughts, and emotions are more important than ours. Let's not do that. Okay. All right. Libra, is your season. What's good? Free Spirit, you here? Erica, you here? Let me take a sip of water. Hold on. Let me take a sip of water real quick. Relight this sage. Libra, you experiencing some balance? Are y'all balancing yourselves, your situations out? What's going on? What's going on in Libra season? That's what it's about. About connecting with others, loving on others and yourself. Don't forget yourself. Do not forget yourself. All right? Libra. Spirit messages do you have for the sign of Libra for this week? Oh, wait. Let's see what other cards gonna come for you, Libra? What other messages do you have for Libra for this week? What guidance can we provide to the Libra? Let's see what we got for Libra. Ooh, wait. That card wanted to come out, but let's see if it'll come back out. All right. All right, Libra, let's talk about it, Libra. Let's talk. Again, let's talk. All right, Libra, you got the King of Pentacles. King out shining and whatnot. You got the Hangman in the reverse. And you also have the Lovers. going on? Y'all got a little boo thing or whatever? Okay. So, King of Pentacles. That's somebody who is truly sitting on their throne, really living life and experiencing all the facets of the good life. Okay. Is that what's happening for you, Erica? Are you starting to experience the good life? Because that's what it's saying right here. Experiencing the good life with somebody else, because we got the Lovers card here. Somebody may be coming in. But remember what I told y'all earlier. This week ain't the week. Okay. For new situations. No. Now, if you're already dealing with somebody, okay, cool. You're already dealing with somebody. You know, y'all may have, you spice it up a little bit this week. I definitely see that, spicing it up. And then with the Hangman in reverse, it's like there's this energy where you want to move, you want to do something, and maybe you want to get into a relationship. For some of y'all, for the singles out there, maybe it's some of y'all like, I want to boo. I want to boo. That's probably what some of y'all at. Excuse me, because if I know anything about Libras, I know for a fact Libras love to be in relationships. They absolutely love to be in relationships. And with the King of Pentacles, y'all may be getting a lot of offers. Y'all may be going on a lot of dates. Y'all may be getting a lot of attention from other people during this week. And you just sitting there just taking it all in with this Hangman in reverse. Just sitting there taking it all in like, yeah, I know I'm the shit. I mean, it's my season. What's good? What you thought it was going to be? What you thought it was going to be? So I feel like it's that happening for y'all this week. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Ten of Wands. And I don't feel like this is y'all taking on too much, or y'all could be. So don't be overdoing it with the dates. Don't be overdoing it with the lunch dates. Don't be overdoing it, okay? You know, you went from one date and moved on to the next. I mean, I usually do that back in the day, but I'm just saying. I don't advise, because, you know, sometimes you get caught up like that. You know what I mean? You get caught up. You be like, oh, yeah. You know, you be having one conversation with somebody, and then, you know, you have another conversation with another person. Then you bring up the stuff that you talk about in the other conversation, get it mixed up, and they would look like, what you talking about? I don't remember that. And you be like, damn, shit, I spoke too soon. I spoke too much. Talked too much. Okay? So let's not do that. Okay, let's not do that. But remember, 10 also breaks down to 1. So there's new beginnings. I really feel like, you know, if it's not love and relationships, it's partnerships, you know, getting a new job, getting a lot of job offers, getting a lot of job inquiries. A lot of people, you know, inquiring, hey, you know, you ready to leave your job, or, you know, what situation you have going on right now with your employment situation, or if you're an entrepreneur, hey, you know what, you may be getting a lot of communication, because remember, Libra season is about networking, collaborating, joining forces with other people, you know, networking with other people, having these conversations that are equally beneficial. You know, there's that balance, right? So there's some reciprocity that's happening. So, you know, if you're looking for a job, you know, you getting the job that you want, right? So the employer gets a new employee, you get the job that you want at the pay that you want, okay? That's why the King of Pentacles is here. It's talking about the money, honey, okay? We're not settling for what no longer serves us. If you know goddamn well you're worth X amount of dollars, or that's what you feel like you're worth, then make sure that when you're negotiating these offers that these people are giving you, or you're negotiating rates, or whatever the case is, that you make sure you ask for, or you tell them, actually don't ask, you tell them, this is what I expect in terms of compensation. Simple. This is also somebody who values themselves very highly. You know, Libras, I see the most of the time it's the male Libras. I don't know a lot of female Libras, but most of the male Libras, they like nice stuff. Okay, remember, Venus, ruled by Venus. They like nice shit. Okay, so that is, you know, luxury perfumes, luxury handbags and cars. And they will not buy the cheap shit. No. Good food. Great food, actually, that looks good, smells good, and tastes good. Okay? That's Libra energy. Spirit, what other messages do we have for the sign of Libra for this week? What other guidance can we provide with our Libras? Libra, y'all are having a great week this week. Libra season, take full advantage and harness this energy properly, right? Make sure you're using this energy to benefit yourself. Don't take what I say and just let it go by the wayside. If you got to check back in during the week, come back to the video. it doesn't hurt to come back to the video to see what was said and how you can utilize the energy for yourself, how you can best harness the energy to benefit yourself. All right. Okay. So it says leap. You go first. The universe will catch you. Okay. So that's what I talked about with this, King of Pentacles. If it's something that's dealing with negotiations, with money and situations like that for a job, or even if it's, in dating, love, and relationships, this week you may meet some fine ass people, but it may not be people that you have a deeper connection with, right? They just look good on the surface. We know how Libras do. Libras love to see what looks good on the surface, but don't really pay attention to really what's on the inside of the person. So you want to make sure that you're taking time to pay attention to who's coming to you, who's coming at you, who wants to collaborate and work with you, or who wants to come into your life, right? Who wants to come into your life? What other benefits do they have besides looking good, or besides having some good D, or some good coochie and all that kind of stuff? I'm just saying we are grown here, and for the ones who are not, this is the grown section, okay? Click out. But that's what it is. Sex should not just be the end all be all for your relationship, or they just fine, or they look good, look at my trophy when I walk past the room, or I walk somewhere, I go somewhere. All eyes and attention on us, but is it there for the right reason, right? The person needs to have some substance. Okay, so that's that balancing act that we've been talking about all night. You got the good looks on one end, and then you have some substance on the other end. That makes for a perfect pair. I'm just saying. Good luck, Libra. Scorpio. Spirit messages that we have for the sign of Scorpio for this week. And even Erica, don't be laughing at me, Taylor. Even Erica, you could listen to the Scorpio portion because they may be good for you as well. Scorpio, I got quite a few cards. Let's talk about this Scorpio. I got a lot going on. We got the Ten of Swords in reverse. We got the Strength card. We got the Knight of Cups. Scotty, you need to be listening to this portion too, because you're Scorpio rising. Page of Pentacles. And the Eight of Pentacles. Taylor, don't be laughing at me. I'm just saying. I had to put it out there. I know a few Libras. I know what y'all be doing. Y'all like, yeah, motherfucker gonna look good on my arm. Shit, look good on your arm, motherfucker. Dumb as a box of rocks. I'm just saying. Don't shoot the messenger. Don't be mad at the messenger. I'm just trying to give you what you need. Trying to help you out. Okay? That's the purpose of this. All right. So Scorpio, this is quite interesting energy too. And even at the bottom of the deck, y'all have the Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles has been really relevant this week about this independent nature, what you've been growing, how you can get to the next level of reflection, all that good stuff. Whew. All right. So there may have been something that had you tired. Scorpios, if there are any Scorpios in the building, y'all let me know if y'all been tired. Y'all been feeling defeated. Y'all been feeling in the past, right? In the recent past, you've been feeling tired, defeated, just had a lot going on. Because I don't feel like this is anybody stabbing you in the back. I just really feel like you just had a lot going on, especially with these Pentacles here and with the Strength card. I really feel like it's just y'all had a lot going on, and y'all had to really use your strength and fortitude, your tenacity to get to the next level, to keep going, to keep pushing, right? Because this is part of the plan. So with the Knight of Cups, somebody may be bringing you off of love, a cup of love. But like I said, this week, don't take nobody love this week, okay? Especially if it's somebody new, because it won't end well, okay? This may be a karmic relationship that pops up this week for you, okay? Then we have the Page of Pentacles and we have the Eight of Pentacles. So that's, stand away from distractions, and continue to stay away from distractions, because there are new things that are coming into your life, especially maybe, there's a new season or a change in what you've been doing for income purposes or monetary purposes. There may be a change that happens with that this week, because remember, we had the Uranus energy. So there may be a change that happens this weekend with that. And it's like, okay, make sure that you are staying focused. You are staying away from things, people, places, situations that distract you from your greater purpose, right? From what you've been working on, what you've been building. Because whatever it is that you've been building, you're almost to the next level, right? And there's had to be in this fight, right, to keep going and to keep pushing with this Seven of Wands here. And especially because there's the Ten of Wands here, and then we have the Strength card. Like, you've built up your strength and tenacity to keep going, to keep pushing. And if I know anything about Scorpio, when they had a mindset on something, that's it. That's that. They're going full force. So keep it going. Keep the momentum going. All right. There also may be, like I said, remember I talked about this cup of love. We got the 2 of cups here. So there may be somebody that may be bringing you an offer of love or relationship or collaboration or something like that. You know, just make sure that you're paying attention to what it is that they're saying. That, you know how to read through the bullshit, Scorpio. Peel back the layers. Really sit back and contemplate on what they're talking about, what they're saying, how they saying it, the movements, the gestures, the body language, right? That will tell you a lot about this person, what they have going on, especially if it's like you're going in an interview, if you're going through some type of partnership type of deal where you're negotiating with somebody, or even if it's somebody that's trying to come to you with a relationship with, anything like that. All right. So let's move on to the oracle. Spirit, what other messages do you have for the sign of Scorpio? All right, we got a card right there. Oh, 2. I was trying to put the cards up and they came back. All right. We got 2 cards. We got mirror. Who or what is triggering you? Okay. That's whoever this was in this 10 of swords. They may be popping back up, especially with the Knight of Cups and then the 2 of Cups there. They may be popping back up. Somebody that did you wrong, somebody that did you dirty. Lemuria. I think that's how you say it, Lemuria. Creating heaven on earth is happening, right? Being in the space to create whatever it is that you desire. Okay. That's why the Strength card is here. That's why the 8 of Pentacles is here. That's why the Page of Pentacles is here. That's why the 9 of Pentacles is here. You are manifesting, what it is that you want by staying away from distractions and making sure that you are staying steadfast on what you desire to bring in. Especially because remember with the Knight of Pentacles, there's this snail at the bottom of the card. I know y'all can't see it, but it's that little dot down there. That snail talks about this being a slow process, a slow moving process, but it's a process nonetheless. But it's an elevation, a constant elevation, getting to the next level. And by the Strength card being here, it's like you've built up your strength to keep going and keep moving. So making sure that you are creating your own heaven on earth, right? Because heaven is not high and by in the sky. It's right here, right now, okay? Don't wait for your goddamn piece of pie by and by. No, motherfucker, I want it now and now. Simple as that. That's what's the whole point of you putting all this goddamn work in to wait till you die to get what you deserve, to get what you've been working on, to get what you earned. No, get that shit now. Fuck out of here. With the mirror card, who or what is triggering you. Like I said, this person may be coming back around. Just make sure you're paying attention to what they're saying and, call them out on their shit, or, just do it in typical Scorpio fashion and be like, oh, okay, and move on. Taylor, you still in here, baby? All right. Squad. Where my boy Doug at? Where my boy Doug? All right. Sagittarius. Spirit, what other messages do you have for the sign of Sagittarius this week? Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Sagittarius, you got a lot of cards this week. Okay. Let's talk about it. Valerie, hey, how you doing? What's going on? I know you follow me on Instagram, right? All right. So let's talk about the Sagittarius. We got the 2 of Pentacles. We got the Page of Wands. Oh, that's awesome. I'm glad you joined us. We got the 5 of Swords. We got the Magician card. Okay. And then we have the 8 of Swords. All right. All right, Sag. You say, Taylor says, anything regarding money, let me know. LOL. Money and love. Okay, sis. All right. Let's see, what the messages are. But it's looking like it's geared more towards money and mental. Okay, money and mental. So let's talk about a few things here because there's a few different things that are happening, but I feel like there's a conglomeration amongst the energies. So the 2 of Pentacles. She said, I'll take that shit. The 2 of Pentacles, making a decision, making a choice. Remember, the balance. Libra season. Balance, okay? If you look at this guy, it looks like he's trying to balance 2 things at one time. And he's having a hard time doing it. He don't feel right doing it. He don't feel right doing it. One of them he want to drop off by the wayside. He don't know how things are going to go if he don't have that other thing. Okay. And this could be balancing your hobby or your side hustle with your regular job. This could be you trying to decide which one of these jobs you want to take. Okay. This could also be really, as I'm looking at it, this could be you trying to decide which of the two is going to be in your highest and greatest good, but in a sense that something that doesn't mentally drain you or mentally put you in a position where you're feeling restricted. Okay. Because we have the Five of Swords. Okay. And we have the Eight of Swords. And the Eight of Swords tells us that there's some restriction, period. There's some restriction wherever that is. And it could be have a lot to do with, you know, how you're making your money, your source of income, revenue, or whatever the case may be, right? There's a restriction there. Yes, Taylor says she already started a new job. See what I'm saying? Okay. So you made the choice. Now remember, energy is fluid. So this could be energy that happened a few days ago, a few weeks ago, you know, in the near future, whatever the case, okay? So there's some restriction. And really and truly, I really feel like it's a restriction that you've placed on yourself. Okay, a restriction that you've placed on yourself where you feel like maybe you feel like you've had to juggle too much, or you feel like you don't want to give up something to get something else, but you know, you can't hold on to everything. I told y'all earlier that, you know, we have this tendency as human beings to want to control the outcome, to control the results, to control this and control that, how we do this, when we do it, and all this kind of stuff. And sometimes, yeah, it's just got to go with the flow, right? You know, and then this Magician card tells us that, hey, you know what? You have the capacity, right, to manifest whatever it is that you want. Maybe you need to manifest clarity. Okay, maybe you need to manifest a clear direction, a clear pathway, right? Because the Page of Wands is here. He's taking a look at, man, this looks like it could be something good. Okay, how can I make it better? Okay, how can I make it better? How can I grow this? How can I use this for my highest and greatest good? How can I use this to get me to the next level, right? And so with this Five of Swords, it's like, you know, maybe there was somebody that was playing dirty. Okay, maybe there was somebody that was playing dirty. And this could have been the person that that led to this like restriction, right? This could be somebody who won at all costs, right? Just because they wanted to win. So make sure you're paying attention this week to, you know, remember I talked about, you know, during the astrology part of this live is that there may be some tension with authority figures, so a boss or a manager, okay? You know, and they may be playing a little dirty, okay? They may be playing a little dirty and make you feel like you're restricted, okay? Even if this is an old job, a new job, whatever the case is. But there's some restrictions that are being put on you in a nasty way, in a way that is not fair, okay? In a way that's not fair, that's not just, okay? But Spirit says, take this as an opportunity, okay? Take this as an opportunity to really take control of the situation, right? Use your own powers, your own magic to make this go in your favor. Okay? And it doesn't mean that you are necessarily controlling the situation. It just means that I understand everything is going to be fine anyways. I'm not really worried about it. Because the Strength card is here at the bottom of the deck. You already been through a lot of shit anyways. This ain't no different, right? So there's something about what you keep going to or what you keep gravitating to that needs to be transformed. Okay? Whether this is a job, a career, a profession, a person, a relationship, whatever it is. There's something here that is pushing you. And I really feel like whoever this person is that's putting this heavy energy on you, this tense energy, they're pushing you to this magician, okay, to really bring in your manifestation. Stop sleeping on yourself, okay? This could be another way that this could play out, is that this situation happens. Remember, like I told y'all with this this Venus square Pluto, and then the Sun quincunx Uranus, it's pushing you, and even Pluto going direct, it's pushing you to make a change, an inevitable change, period. It's going to happen. It has to happen. Because you keep running into these situations or these people that are doing dirty, low down, dirty ass shit. Okay? Low down, dirty ass shit, and making it to where it's restricted. So be careful of these people who are being fake and phony, because you can't see who they truly are, and you can't really put a finger on or touch what it is, the fuck shit that they've been doing. All right? Let's get an oracle card. Let's see if we can bring this on home. Spirit, what other messages do you have for the sign of Sagittarius for this week? So Sagittarius, the end all be all is, what is it that you truly want to do? You truly desire to do. You truly have a burning passion for. Do that. Go after that. You know, regardless of all these quote unquote restrictions that it may seem like people are putting on you, but the only restriction that you truly have is the restriction that you put on yourself. And that's that. All right. Spirit, what other messages do you have for Sagittarius? What other messages do you have for the Sagittarius for this week? All right. So we can get any more cards. That's it. All right. It says share your voice. Come out of the cave. Persecution, expression. Ooh. So that's this restrictive energy. Spirit is saying for you to come out of this. For you to be real with yourself. Stop letting other people, okay? Stop letting other people place you in restriction. Place you in defeat. You can't lose something that wasn't meant for you to have in the first fucking place. You can't lose something that wasn't meant for you to have anyways. It's not yours to begin with. Because if it was, you wouldn't have to fight so hard for it. Okay? You wouldn't have to feel like you're being restricted or you can't move around. You wouldn't feel like you're always confused. You always have to make a choice. Okay? You wouldn't feel confusion. Confusion and chaos. That's not what it's supposed to be about. It's supposed to be about you being in a position where you can manifest whatever it is that you want at the time and in the capacity that you want. But you have to take on this page of wands spirit. Being more optimistic about what's to come, what you're doing, the things that you have in your hand already, using them to bring in manifestations, right? That's a part of my meditation. That's a part of my intentions when I do the reading. I always say, you know, how is it that I can best utilize the energy to bring down manifestations into this 3D world, into this dimension that we're in right now? Because the truth of the matter is, there's always going to be these dickheads everywhere. These people, they always going to be everywhere. So get used to that. These jackasses will always be around. Okay? Now, how you choose to deal with them, how you choose to interact with them, how you choose to manipulate the energy to work in your favor, that's all up to you. Nobody else has that power but you. But you have to know that you have the power, right? You got to know that you have the power. Simple as that, Sagittarius. So make sure this week that you are not allowing other people to place restrictions on you. Period. Because it's not going to work. It's not going to work. Long term, it's not going to work. Whoo, Capricorn. Spirit, what messages do you have for the sign of Capricorn for this week? What guidance can we provide to the Capricorn? All right, we got 2 more signs after this and we can be done. I'm tired. All right. Spirit, what other messages do you have for Capricorn? All right, Capricorn, we got some cards for you. We got the 9 of Swords in reverse. We got the Six of Cups. And we got the Queen of Wands. All right. Interesting energy here as well. It's kind of mixed up energy, but let's see how we can put the pieces of the puzzle together. All right. So, coming out of insomnia, sleepless nights, going back to a place and time where you feel good about life, right? You feel good about life. And it's like you have to make the decision. The decision is yours to make. If you are going to continue to be in this energy here where you're overwhelmed, okay? Where you're overwhelmed, or you're going to put yourself in this energy here where you're feeling like a kid again. You're happy, you are satisfied, you're relaxed, you know, you're not worried, but then also in a position of your own power. In a position of your own power. The Queen of Wands is like, I'm sitting on my throne. I'm good. What's up? Cut to the Chase TV. He says, hey, they're just supporting the stream. Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate the love. What's your sign? What's your sun sign? Do you know? What's your sun sign? Cut to the chase. Appreciate the love. But let's talk about this. Because Capricorn, you know, I know that y'all been through a lot, especially, you know, with this Pluto energy, this Saturn energy. There's a lot that's happening and taking place, but it's always up to you to be able to, you know, stop and smell the roses, right? But to really make it up in your mind that you're not going to allow everything, situation, place, and person to put you in a space where your mind is messed up. You know, you're low vibrating. What's the purpose in doing that? You know, you got the 10 of Wands here as well. The 10 of Wands says you've been carrying a lot. And it's okay, because sometimes we do have to carry a lot. We do. But this person is getting to the point where they can drop this shit off anyways. They can drop this off and they can move on to the next thing. Something that may be a little bit more balanced, because we got the Lovers card here. You know, this may be something that, you know, you have to pay attention to, you know, how you move around things, people, places, situations, because, you know, there's a tendency to be overwhelmed, but be overwhelmed, not in a good way, but be overwhelmed to where it is putting you in low vibrational energy where you aren't able really to function, right? You're not able to receive either. You're not being able to be receptive, because if you see in this card, this boy is handing this girl a cup of flowers, okay? A cup of flowers. You know, receive your flowers while you heal. Accept your flowers, okay? Capricorn, accept your flowers. It's important for you to take the time to stop and smell the goddamn roses. Some of y'all need to get y'all ass outside and enjoy the weather. You know, enjoy nature. You know, sometimes you just got to stop and see what's happening. Take stock of what's happening, but then understand I'm in control of the situation anyway. I got it. It's cool. It's cool. You know, don't carry so much to where it puts you in a position where you're not rested. It puts you in a position, because when you're not rested, how are you going to do all these things that you need to do, that you set out to do? How are you going to do everything? You can't. Spirit, what other messages do we have for the sign of Capricorn? Okay. We got a card. Oh shit, we got two cards. First card, Council of Light, divine orchestration, helpers, and the subtle realms. Okay. You got people around you to help you. Utilize the help, man. Don't feel like you got to take it all on by yourself. Take a break. Ain't this what I just said? Stop and smell the roses, goddamn. It says take a break. A life's work, not a season. Get off the treadmill. You keep running around like a chicken with your head cut off. Okay? Running around like a chicken with a head cut off. That's why at one point in time you were here in this energy where you were like, damn, I can't get me no sleep. I ain't getting no rest. Okay? You know, following that dumbass motto, and excuse my French, following that dumbass motto, I'm asleep when I die. What kind of shit is that? Shit, you gonna be in an early grave fucking around like that? Don't make any sense. All right? Aquarius. Spirit messages do you have for the sign of Aquarius for this week? Y'all, don't forget to hit the like button while you're here. If you'd like to book a personal reading, the information is always in the description box, okay? What other messages do we have for Aquarius? Let's see. What can we get for Aquarius this week? What we got? What we got? What we got? What other message do we have for Aquarius? Okay. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Okay. All right. Aquarius, you got the Page of Swords. You got the Nine of Pentacles. You got the Six of Swords. And you got the Five of Pentacles. All right, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Okay. So, some of y'all are trying to move away from some lack and suffering that you've been experiencing. So, on one end, there's some people that have been experiencing lack and suffering, okay? Or just feeling like left out in the cold, feeling like you are not valued, right? Because we have these pentacles here. It's like feeling like you're not valued, feeling like people are not taking you seriously or really. And remember, you know, what Venus energy is about value, is about self-worth. So you could be leaving those types of situations from those people. You know, you may have taken a look around with this Page of Swords, maybe took a look around at what was happening, what was going on around you with the people, places, and situations. It's like, I ain't feeling this shit, you know, especially because the Nine of Pentacles is here. It's like, you know what? I'm sitting here and I'm alone. I've built what I've built by myself, right? And I've had to do it alone. So let me get away from the people, places, situations, and circumstances that no longer serve me anyways, right? Because I'm looking around and these motherfuckers ain't doing nothing but put me in lack. I always have me spending my money, spinning my wheels, you know. What's the purpose? Why am I doing this? So Spirit saying, you know, this week, you know, take a look around at your surroundings, the people that you have around you, the situations, circumstances. Pay attention to that. See what's really happening, because only then will you really be able to take stock as to what's happening, who's building with you, who's going to be building with you, who hasn't been building with you. And if that's something that you would want to consider moving forward, right? Because when you're leaving away from something, you have to be going to something bigger and better, right? You don't want to leave something and go to something that's just as worse as what you came from. And this can be in love, relationships, doesn't matter. Okay. And the card popped out really quick. It's Priestess. It says, how are you being called to step up and lead? Okay. And that is what this energy is about. You know, once you've decided to leave and to make the move, that's you starting to lead. That's you putting one foot in front of the other. That's you saying, you know what, I'm not gonna follow the crowd anymore. I ain't gonna follow whoever this dumbass is that's in this other person in this car with you. Okay, I'm not gonna follow them. Okay, I'm getting on my own journey, right? This solo journey, getting back on my shit, because there are other things that I have to do, that I have to get to get to the next level, to get this new cycle, to get to this completion, to get to the next fucking level. You're only going to get there if you move away from things, people, places, and situations that no longer serve you. Because as long as you're still in that energy, you're still around that energy, you're still going to be experiencing this lack. You're still going to be experiencing this suffering. You're still going to be experiencing like, I'm being left out in the cold. Maybe you want to get married. Well, how are you going to get married if you don't have no proper prospects? Well, if you want to have children, well, shit, how are you going to do it if you don't have no proper prospects? Well, you want to, you know, save $100,000. Well, how you gonna do that if you out every weekend spending your money with your friends? Just saying. Good luck, Aquarius. Good luck. And you know, the Page of Swords represents air energy as well. So that could be just you coming out in your own reading. And that's why I said to take a look. Take a look around. Tell you a lot. Pisces. Spirit messages you have for the sign of Pisces. All right, Pisces. What else we got? Do we have any more messages for Pisces for this week? Okay, that was a lot of cards at one time. We're not going to take those, but we'll take this other one that came out. We got the Three of Cups. We also have the Five of Pentacles, came right back out. We have the King of Pentacles. And then we have the Ace of Cups. So when I talk about that Venus square Pluto, that's exactly what this is. You know, there's a transformation that's happening with your material world, but it's only It's only happening once you recognize there's a new beginning that you should be taking in regards to how you think about things, how you feel about certain situations, people, places, and things, especially because it's right underneath the Five of Pentacles, you know, where you may think that you may be suffering or you may be experiencing some lack, you know, that may not be the case. That may not be the case. I really feel like you have to take a different viewpoint, a different way of thinking about what's happening with your money and finances, or with relationships, or with partnerships, or with people, friends, right? Because we got the Three of Cups here. You know, the King of Pentacles is plentiful, right? So you have that in your portion of the reading says that, you know, you have everything that you need and then some, right? Because he has an excess. The King of Pentacles has an excess. He has more than enough, right? So this could be, you know, you needing to help somebody else, right? This could be that. But I really feel like you may be feeling like you need to do something different. There's more to get. There's more to be had, right? I need more, right? Because if you look, Pisces represents fish. Fish, when you see fish, you typically see fish in a crowd of people. You typically see fish in a school, right? They call it a school. When it's a crowd of them, it's a school of fish. So traveling in packs. But it says here, be careful of who you're traveling with, because there may be somebody that you're traveling with that is taking your money and finances, your resources, taking that shit down for you, and you just following along with it, just going along, and yeah, let's go here, let's go there. Why are you spending all your money, boo? You may have a revelation this week. The Ace of Cups just drop right on in your lap. The divine sends you this information, and it's an abundance of information about whoever this person is, or these people are that you've been celebrating with, that you've been, you know, drinking with, that you've been going to brunch with and eat with, and all this kind of stuff, and you always got to foot the bill. Just saying. Let me get your oracle card, Pisces. Spirit, what other messages do you have for the sign of Pisces for this week? All right. Ooh. We got a card. Let's see. Dance with life. Do something to change your energy. Okay. And it may be this energy surrounding these people that you've been hanging around. These people that you've been engaging with, socializing with. You know, take stock and inventory of the relationship. See if they're reciprocal. If they're not, then there's something that needs to be changed about them. It says play at the bottom of the deck. Have fun. Celebrate. Don't be so serious, right? Because you can do this in a way that doesn't create enemies, right? You can do this in a way that doesn't create enemies, that doesn't put you or the other person in a space where they feel like, you know, they are being attacked or some shit like that, right? Because whoever this person is, they're emotional, or whoever these people are, they're emotional, okay? And this is not the week with that Venus square Pluto. This ain't the week to be getting on people's bad side, or to be making people feel in a negative way, okay? Making them feel bad about themselves, anything like that. You know, just be amicable about it. Amicable, yeah. Just be amicable about it. Just, okay, well, you know what? I'm not going out this weekend. Or you say, hey, you know what? I'm low. See, test them a little bit. I'm low this week. I ain't got it. See if they still want to go out. All right. So, y'all, I want to thank y'all so much for tuning in. I know it's been a while. Okay, it's been a while. We've been on here for a while, but I wanted to get that out there for y'all because, you know, I do the monthlies, but the monthlies only come out once a month, honey. They only come out once a month. And so because of that, I do these lives, and I make sure that I really go in during the live so that y'all have something to look forward to, you know, every week. Every week, I'm always here Sundays at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Don't forget to like this video if you haven't already. Share it with somebody that might need it because the information needs to be spread. Don't be stingy. Like I said, we about creating balance in this Libra season. So, you know, give this information to somebody else because they may need it. You know, if you are catching the playback of this video, make sure that you leave a comment down below if any of the messages resonated with you. And remember, when you're looking at these tarot reasons, make sure you look at your sun sign, your moon sign, your rising sign, your Venus sign. Hell, even look at your midheaven or wherever you have a lot of heavy energy. Look at those signs if you have any information on your natal chart. If you don't know about your natal chart, if you don't have one, all you got to do is go to astro.com or go to cafeastrology.com. And what you do is you go to the natal birth chart, you input your birth date, your birth time, your birth location, and your name, and it'll shoot out all the information that you need. If you don't know your time of birth, then click unknown, and it'll give you most of the chart, not all of it, but you won't get your rising sign or the house placements, but that's fine. You can use other information to kind of help guide you through. Okay. So if you'd like to book a personal reading, the information is always down below in the description box. And as always, peace and love, love and light, and I holla. Bye-bye. Y'all, it's been a good night. It's been a good night. It's been a good night. Peace.